What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode, we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, VONG, which is the Russell 1000, and the S&P 500. Guys, I know it's been several days since I made a video. Last video was about 3 to 4 days ago here, and I have been on travel, running around, and doing a lot of different things, so I have not had time to make a video. But where we did leave off was the fact that this could be a major breakout, a bull run. We have tariffs now and lots of things going crazy here. I left off being confirmed bullish, so I gave you guys ample warning for many days that we have broken through major resistance levels, and this would ultimately cause a huge volume spike in all the cryptocurrencies, which is what we are starting to see now. I am very excited to go over everything in today's video. We're obviously going to look at XRP, which has exploded in price from starting off at $2 all the way up to $2.95. This is an insane rally. I mean, a huge rally, a very trackable, easy rally. Nonetheless, here, as we have pretty much negated our what we thought was a head and shoulders pattern, and it is now what I believe more so a bull flag breakout, which is phenomenal here. I don't think we could consider this a head and shoulders anymore. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I don't think it's possible, but it certainly could be. But I think at this point now, we've officially broken out of our bull flag formation here. We constricted, we got squeezed, we closed right above here, and that caused the massive moonblast rally to the upside. We'll talk about this in a minute. We're also going to look at Solana here, which is slowly starting to head up higher. Ethereum had a very nice rally to top price ceiling. Bitcoin, massive explosion to the upside as well. We are now seeing $121,000 hitting all-time highs, which is absolutely insane. But again, remember, now we're becoming overbought, so something to consider. What I'd really like to see is how this is going to affect the stock market. And as you know, as it's showing with this pre-day trading here, apparently it's not really affecting the stock market at all. I do think the stock market is due for correction. I think we need some healthy, necessary pullback, some consolidation to the downside here, where we would then very likely expect to see rallies to the upside. I kind of drew two possibilities here for you guys to show you what I do suspect the Russell 1000 and the S&P to do. S&P is hitting quite a high. Like, we are hitting a resistance up top, and I more than likely think it's probably going to cause quite a bit of a correction to the downside after. But with all that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into the technical analysis, remember BitDFI has trade for a chance to win XRP. They're giving away up to $10,000 worth of XRP. The rules are down at the bottom here, but if you click the link in the description of my video, you'll also be able to see those rules. But you can earn anywhere from 130 to 10K in free bonus cryptocurrency depending on your trading volume. I highly recommend this for people that are already trading. If you've already signed up with the link down in my description, you're already registered. Whether it was a month, a year, 5 years ago, it doesn't matter. But new people are trading on a different exchange. You might want to try trading on BitDFI because you can get some massive bonus incentives too. Not always does BitDFI offer incentives like this or other exchanges, but because they're partnered with me, they are offering these bonuses for trading. So definitely make sure to check it out if you haven't already. And there are other bonuses. This is for people that are already trading, but if you want sign-up bonuses, they do offer that as well, which we'll look at later on in today's video. Current coin market cap, 70 on the fear and greed, like we left off. I very specifically said we were at 50 on the fear and greed index here. And obviously, we could go either way. And with 50, we could easily see a dump to the downside. We could easily see a rally to the upside here. Either one could prevail, and either one we'll be able to capitalize on. You can clearly see from then, we've shot up 20 points on the fear and greed index from 50 to 60 to 70 now. And you can see the major run and volume spike. We're seeing some cryptos up 30% for the week here, which is phenomenal. Everything is getting volume injected into here. XLM up 84%. That is phenomenal here. Everything across the board exploding, but what you really need to look at right now is let's figure out what exactly is going on. As you guys know, if I jump to the weekly here, this is pretty much what we were dealing with. So we confirmed this once we had our weekly candle right here, confirmation here. That to me was a bullish signal. We talked about this last week and the week before. We had this beautiful bull flag forming here, lower high, lower lows. As we filled in the gap and consolidated downwards, we got very close to retesting major resistance here. We confirmed closure from that first week candle right here. That was the ample buying opportunity. opportunity. And since then, we've now exploded to the upside. And you can see we originally had a head and shoulders pattern drawn on here, which we corrected and removed because I said, hey, it's broken here. But very simply, if we break through neckline, which is in yellow, we would see a very, very, very large dump. I mean, a massive rally to the downside here, a massive fall to the downside. If we confirm closure above major resistance, we'll very likely see a major explosion to the upside here. Guess what? It very likely seems like that is what is happening here. We're seeing a major explosion, a major rush, a major rally all the way up, which is huge news if you ask me. So more than likely now, we are extremely overbought on the daily charts here, trading at freaking 82 on the RSI. It's a little bit too high for comfort here. RSI on the weekly chart, 63, that looks all right. But there's a good chance, I mean, it's starting Monday. There's a good chance we have a little bit more room to the upside here, but I would put your stop losses tight if you've already entered a trade. It was a very easy trade nonetheless. We knew right here on this up and up when to buy in, and then we discussed if we break through this, it would be another buying opportunity. So this was also last resort buy-in here. Very, for those last stragglers, this was another clear buy-in. And then since then, we've now exploded up. So just move your stop loss up to lock in profits here, because if we decide to dip, which is very, very, very likely, you want to get stopped out pretty high up. You don't want to not have a stop loss and lose all your money on the way down. It will open up doors to short, but keep your eyes on that. We'll see how much higher we go. There's a very good chance this could go much higher, much faster, but we shall see because of how extremely overbought we are. We're probably going to see a bit of consolidation right now, but starting the week off bullish is a good sign to say we're probably going to end the week bullish as well. So we could probably expect to see some higher levels move. So we'll see what happens here. Buy the rumor, sell the news with these tariffs. We'll see what exactly decides to happen here. But moving forward from XRP, looking at these other cryptos, Solana hasn't really seen much of that volume spike. You can see we're above major resistance, so there's a chance these other cryptos could catch up. We have this beautiful uptrend followed by this lower high, lower low pattern here. Confirmed closure above major resistance. Very likely suspect we could continue to scale higher. I very likely think we are due to see this scale higher. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's to the upside. I'm not entirely sure, but that is ideally the goal that we're looking for here. I am looking to expect to see a continued rally. We've officially confirmed trading outside major resistance here and confirmed trading above major moving average. So in my mind, we have plenty of room to head up. I think maybe Solana is slowly seeing some volume last. So if you missed out on the XRP opportunity, you might be able to capitalize on the Solana one, because I do believe there's room now for us to head up higher on Solana. So that's exciting news. Then looking at these other cryptos, Ethereum is at a peak as well. So not nearly as overbought as XRP is, but certainly at a much higher price level here, things get a bit, worrisome. We have this uptrend we've been using for a very long time in purple or red. We're currently retesting it right now. We'll see if we get above that, but the major explosion, I am expecting to see consolidation. So it gets a little hairier once you start scaling outwards here and looking at these other cryptos. It certainly does seem like there's a bit of resistance. You can see, checking out the moving average here, you can see we finally broke above it here, but do we have what it takes to head up even higher? That's the tough part here. It's possible, but probably going to see some consolidation before we head up higher. So I'd put Ethereum on the back burner when it comes to buying opportunities. XRP and Solana are definitely number one. Bitcoin as well. We're entering uncharted territory on Bitcoin. The sky is the limit here. We have no idea what to expect. As you can see, we were also tracking a beautiful bull flag formation here. This was a very obvious breakout and a very easy breakout nonetheless. I could scale this just a bit higher here. Pull this back as well. You can see the higher low pattern here, lower high and higher low, filling in this gap, confirm closure right above that major resistance here. And that's what took the buy-in opportunity. Once we confirm closure above the yellow resistance, buy-in was right at about 110, 111. And then you can see we've exploded up to 122, which is insane. And we could go up even higher. But again, there's not a lot of room here from the last breakout here. This is practically the same height. So again, I would very likely suspect correction fairly soon. So if you're already entered on these, put that stop loss tight and get ready for possible short scenarios now very soon moving forward. As for Vong, we look good. Lots of consolidation. We'll see how the markets affect it, but I think consolidation is what's going to take over. Same thing with the S&P 500, likely to suspect consolidation as well. Possible correction back down to moving average. So something along the lines of this is what I suspect. But with that being said, that is it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.